So I think you can see what I'm talking about here. Oh my god, it's also on my hair. My cheeks look so funny right now. This has never actually happened with me before, and also it's looking like a little heavy here. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here then welcome to my channel. Today's video is slightly different because I am giving a lot of the products that I tried this month another chance. Yes, these products are getting second chance. I know it's pretty self-explanatory, but just in case you're wondering, the products I'm going to feature in today's video are going to be the products that I've been very dicey about. I'm not so sure if I like it, and there are like some cons to it. So I'm going to give all of those another chance before I finally tell you if I've changed my mind, if I was doing something wrong before and now I like it or not. So basically, this is where you are going to get the real tea on all of the new products that I've tried this month. I really think this video is going to be helpful to you guys. If it was, then let me know in the comment section below. And without any further ado, let's get started. I'm starting my makeup with my eyebrows first today, and for that I'm gonna use the Sugar Arch Rival Brow Pen. I have the shade Jerry Brown. I've used this before once in a video. It was the first impressions, and this one just did not work out for me. Every time I was trying to use this on my eyebrow, it would come out sometimes and then it would not come out other times. But even like the way it was applying was very inconsistent. So I'm gonna give this another shot first. If this does not work out, I have another brow pencil that I'm testing out, so I'll probably switch to this one. This is from Makeup Revolution. This is their Balayage brow pencil, and so far I've been quite liking this, but again I have to try it a few more times. So what I'm going to do is apply, or like start to apply this here, because this is where I need the most filling when it comes to doing my eyebrows. So let's see. I don't see anything happening again. Okay, maybe something is happening now, but I don't see like the 3 strokes that this is supposed to provide. I just see color. That's all that I see. Yeah, it's not coming out anymore. I don't think this is worth it. I've tried it twice now, and both the times the results have been very inconsistent, so I would not recommend this. I'm actually gonna switch to this product here. Let me show you. So I've been testing this out lately. This is how the packaging looks like. It's really pretty. And then this has this brush tip, not brush tip, I don't know what this is called, but you know, like to comb out your eyebrows. I would have much preferred if there was a spoolie somehow in here, but the thing with this is you get a triangular tip on one side, and then you get a pointy tip on the other side. And that's not it. This is a balayage brow product in a sense that one shade is darker and one shade is lighter. I've been quite liking this one, but the only concern I have with this is the pointy side has a shade of brown in it, while the triangular side does not. So it works out in the end. It's not very drastic, but I would have loved this product if this did not have any brown undertone to the pointy end. So my final conclusion with this brow pen is to avoid. It's not worth it. Okay, let's start with the base. So the primer that I'm not so sure about is from this brand called Relove. This is again a brand from Makeup Revolution. I very recently did a full face of Revolution Relove products. I will probably put it here in the card or even in the description box below. But this is their Power Fix primer. So I've been on the fence about this primer because when you're applying this, it does feel really nice. It just even the smell is very calming, and it does look nice on the skin. So I'm gonna apply this on one side today, because again this is like my last and final chance to all of these products, and I want to compare these with some of my favorites. And on the other side I'm gonna apply the Fit Me Dewy Plus Smooth primer. Now I've applied this like 3 to 4 times now, and although it feels really nice instantly, it does look like it's providing hydration and just like sort of nourishment. It does not do anything over time is what I mean. So when I applied the Fit Me primer, I again had done like half and half primer situation, so I'd used a different primer on half of my face, and the side where I'd used this, I felt like my skin was just hydrated throughout the day. My makeup did not feel heavy or dry or anything of that sort. And I've tried doing the same with this one. I did that yesterday and I did not feel any difference. I applied this only on half of my face, and it was not like this was feeling nice throughout the day or giving me any hydration or making my makeup look better. So I'm just not sure if this is worth your money. Yes, it's a good primer in a sense that it like preps your skin, but I am not just looking for that, especially because I have dry skin. I'm going to use the Dewy Plus Smooth primer. If you use this a lot, I've noticed, then it takes a minute, actually more than a minute, to absorb. So now that I have both the primers side by side, I can tell that this is so much better. Like this side, it just feels like, I don't know how to explain, like it's not moisturizing by any means, but I can feel the primer, like it's there, like something is there, like a layer of some moisture, that's all. But this one actually feels moisturizing. So yeah, I'm still gonna like see if this one, the side with the Relove primer, performs any better than this one. Maybe then this might get another chance. I'll have to test this out even more, but for now I don't see this doing anything extra. So yeah, I think if we have to talk about the glow, I think both the sides are the same. Maybe the Maybelline one is a touch better. So I'm gonna give the primer like a few seconds to like absorb on my skin, and then we will move on to foundation. Now the only foundation I've tried this month is again from Relove. This is their Super Serum Foundation, and the reason why I'm featuring this in this particular video is because the first time I tried it, I was blown away with how it looked. But then I've been trying it, I think I've tried it 4 times at this point, and I've had like very inconsistent results. So the first 2 times I tried it, I liked it. It did not settle into any like crevices, or it was not looking heavy. But then the other 2 times that I tried it, maybe I used too much, or I'm not sure what really happened, but it just looked so dry and flaky over here, and then also on this section of my face it looked super heavy, to the point where my mom noticed it and she was telling me that your makeup does not look good, which is very rare, let me tell you. So I'm gonna give this another chance today. I think my skin is thoroughly prepped. I have 2 layers of moisturizer, I have a good layer of primer, so I don't think the foundation should do that today. Also, I'll be very mindful of the quantity that I'll use today. So let's see. I'm gonna use this in a second, but I have to prepare you that the shade match is awful. And another thing that I'm gonna do is not directly drop this on my skin. I'm gonna use or like drop it here on the back of my hand, maybe warm it up a little bit with my finger. I'm gonna pick up some of it on my brush. This is the Pack 247 brush, and I'm gonna stipple it now. Let's pause for a second and show you the coverage that it provides. So as you can see, I've used very light layer of foundation. There's still a lot of it left, and that's the coverage you get. And right now it does look really pretty. And that's something else that I forgot to mention, like when you apply it, like instantly it does look quite nice on the skin, but then with over time I've noticed that this starts to feel heavy. So I am curious to see what happens today. Now I had to pause once again because I want to show you that this is the second time my foundation is spilling on the side that I used this primer. It happened the first time around also when I was trying the full face of Relove makeup, and then I told you guys that, you know, don't apply your foundation with a rubbing motion, because the first time I used this, I used it with a brush and it did not spill on the side that I used the brush, but today it's spilling even on this side. Maybe I used a little too much. So I think you can see what I'm talking about here. Oh my god, it's also on my hair. Yeah, I am really not sure about this primer anymore. I don't have any new concealer or powder to talk about, so I'm gonna finish that and I'll be back. So as I was setting my face, I was prepping my face more so for the powder products, the blush and contour that I'll be using. I noticed that the foundation is already looking a little bit heavy. Let me zoom you in. I'm gonna try my best to show you what I'm talking about. Not sure if you'll be able to tell, but it's like clinging onto my peach fuzz. Now I know some of you guys might say that, you know, I should have prepped my skin, I should have gotten rid of the peach fuzz, but this has never actually happened with me before. And also it's looking like a little heavy here. I don't know, like as the time passes it almost looks like it is just sitting on top of my skin. Do you guys see that? Like it's so, even on my chin it's like, I don't like it. From a distance it looks just fine, and it's only been like 5 minutes. So again, I'm not sure about this foundation. Let's move on to the contouring, highlighting and stuff. I have the W face palette again. I've tried this once before in my first impressions, and this is the only palette from W. By the way, I have their eyeshadow palettes, which I'm also going to give another chance today. So this was the only palette from this brand that was like good enough for me to be able to use this for that makeup look. So I'm gonna like give it another chance. I think this is quite workable, but again I'm gonna try it today and see what I feel about it. I'm starting off with a contour shade first. FYI, I've set this area just because I don't want this to go patchy. I think it's doing the job just fine, but it's definitely not my favorite formula. It's looking a little bit patchy, like even here I had to go over multiple times to make it look even. Yeah, not my favorite. My face looks really muddy. Let's move on to the blush. I don't remember if I liked it or I really have no memory. So these are like so dry. That's I think the issue. If these were not this dry, I think the blend would have been so much better. Do you guys see that? Like it's applying, you can see the color, but it's just sitting there and not really moving around, not really blending. I don't like the shade either now. The formula is bad, and like I don't know, it's just not working out for me. Dipping my brush into highlighter now. I remember liking this one, but it's very powdery, like literally everything is falling off. Let's see. I mean, on the camera it looks really pretty, but like in person again it's sitting very heavy. It's very like powdery. God, I'm like hating my base right now. Nothing is working in my favor. My cheeks look so funny right now. I'm gonna use my foundation brush and just stipple it out because this is really funny. This is funny. This is not bad, this is funny. There you go. So you can see it's sitting a little heavy even on this side. I'll be honest, after trying the face palette, I do not want to use the eye palettes because I remember these were really bad. Like these just would disappear into nothing and I had to use different shadow altogether. So I have this one which was so pretty. I mean, this is still one of my favorite shadows that this palette has to offer, but then these colors just did not do anything. This one was fine, and then this palette came in broken, by the way. As you can see, the shade is broken, and again these shades are so light, it did not do anything on my skin tone at least. So here are the swatches from this palette. Swatched, these look really nice, but let me tell you, these do not translate the same on the eyes. I'm gonna dip into this shade first and I'll deposit this on my crease. Not bad, at least you can see something today. I'm gonna dip into this shade now and focus this on the outer corner. I have to say something good that is happening today is I'm at least seeing color. The last time, I don't know what happened, but maybe there was a film on top or something, but there was really no color that I was seeing. But the blend, however, is again the same. As you can see, it's looking slightly patchy here. I've been trying to blend that out from like quite some time now, and I'm gonna move on to other brush and just try to diffuse it a little bit more. I'm planning on using this color on my lid. This by itself is very just like meh, but I'm planning on just like dipping or like misting my finger and using it. Nothing really happened, but let's see. So that is the eye done. I have to say nothing is looking good on my face except my brows. I think my brows are fine, but the base, the color on the cheeks, the contour, nothing is working for me today. Even my eyes look very meh. I'm gonna finish everything. I just have to add, I think, mascara. I don't have anything to talk about in this video as far as mascara is concerned, and even lipstick. I'll do that and I'll be back and I'll give you my final thoughts on all of the products that I featured today. So I'm back and I have to tell you, you have to try a combination of these two mascaras, the Nykaa volumizing one and then the lengthening one. Look at my lashes, look at them, so pretty, right? And for the lips, I used the Forever 52, this lipstick in the shade Lantana. It's somewhere here in the mess. Now let's talk about everything. I think I've formed like a solid opinion on, you know, all of the products, and I'm so glad that I gave these another chance, because now I can 100% tell you whether or not it's going to work for you. This primer from Relove, their Power Fix primer, I was so excited about this. I somehow felt like this is going to be one of those like grip primers that is so trending right now. It's none of that. If you want an alternative, we have the Dewy Plus Smooth primer from Maybelline. I'm sure if you have tried this already, but if you have not, this is really good if you have dry skin especially. It is really just worth the hype. This might be a little bit expensive, but you can find this on discount, and even if you don't, just don't go for this one. This is just awful. Like, it pills the makeup and does not do anything special. It feels nice, like it's like instant gratification kind of a primer. You're like, oh my god, this feels so nice, it's so smooth. It feels hydrating, but it's not really. Like, you will feel that in a while that it's not really hydrating. Would not recommend that. The foundation, I am so disappointed. I have given this so many chances at this point. The last two times that it did this, I felt like maybe I have not prepped my skin well, maybe I have like dead skin cell or something, and that's why I even use the lactic acid. I don't know the exact name of it, but it's from Formula RX, and I used that last night because I thought maybe if I, you know, exfoliate my skin, this should work out well. And honestly, we are at a stage where you should not do all of that for a foundation to work, right? And again, it looks really nice when you apply it. It blends beautifully, the coverage is quite nice, but then as the time progresses, it starts to look heavy, and just no, I don't think I would recommend this again. These palettes from W, my overall opinion is save your money. The face palette I thought was okay, but it's really not. Like, it's sitting funny, it's looking heavy, it's not flattering. That's all I have to say. Like, a palette like this is supposed to look flattering, and even if like there was two shades that were nice enough, I think I would have been in a position to recommend this, but I don't see any of the shades working on my skin tone. Maybe it would work on an extremely fair skin tone, and it's not even more so about the shades, it's more about the formula. The formula is so dry, it goes patchy, so I would not recommend this. Although, like, the concept is so cool. These like pop off, so you can like pop it off and put it in your Z palette if you have one. I still have one. I could have done that, but I don't see the point because I don't like the formula itself. These eyeshadow palettes, I would not recommend this one at least. This is bad, like not worth your money. There's nothing that you can use from this palette. I used this one today and you can barely see it's not packing a punch. Unless like you want like a satin finish, maybe then, but even so, the mattes are just awful. Maybe you can give this a shot if you want this shade in particular. This is so beautiful. This is also quite nice, but again, the mattes, not so much. They don't blend well. The formula is not nice. It's very dry. I'm not impressed with anything today, frankly. So yeah, with that, I've come to an end of this video. There were so many fails in today's video, but I'm glad I did this, because sometimes when you're trying so many products, you just tend to forget like if you really have noticed the tiny details about those or not. and I did not want to do that. So I hope this was helpful. If it was, give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. You can click on the bell notification right next to it, and you can follow me on Insta right over here, and I'll see you in my next video. Before I leave though, let me know other video suggestions or like product reviews, anything that you want to watch on this channel. I am more than happy to do that for you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.